It's Madden NFL 24, and we have Stephon Gilmore, who's had quarterbacks numbers all season, coming down with 7 picks. It's the Eagles and the Cowboys on Sunday Night Primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They've handled all comers through the first 3 months, a perfect 12-0.
Yeah, they're 3/4 away to a perfect season, and now's where it really starts to get into your mind. We'll see if it affects their play in any way.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Cowboys set to go to work for the first time, and they will have Cooper Rush under center, a man who was undrafted out of Central Michigan.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. Game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Flacco. And that's going to be incomplete. Boy, nearly intercepted right away. Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of '85. But then they'd never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Second down, Flacco now toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. George Pickens with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Flacco looking to throw for it. And he will get in to make it 8-0. Interesting. I mean, they're putting their foot on the gas here early, going for 2 to go up 8-0.
Well, after that drive, you have to believe that they thought to themselves, if we can do that, what's another 2 yards? Let's go get those and get 2 points as a result.
Fighting his way through contact. Fighting through, and he's got space. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 52 yards.
There were some signs of life from the ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold him a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers for the
touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have come back to make it a 2-point game. Elliott good on the extra point, and this is now a 1-point game. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, his team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. Inside the 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's up and good to make this now a 14-8 ball game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Setting up to throw, Flacco. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To pass, Flacco. And his throw here is incomplete. Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the Cowboys winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here back home in Arlington. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 3rd down and 6. Flacco looks to throw. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys! George Pickens, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And running with power here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now, they'll fake it there on the jet sweep, and instead, here's Swift. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They go play action with Hurts. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Osa Odighizuwa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you go ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They start on the ground with Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 and 2nd down. Now Flacco. Over the middle, complete. That's Ferguson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now we'll pause for an injury here. That's George Pickens, the receiver who's in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. On the sneak, here's Flacco. Trying to wedge his way in there, no signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 59 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. 2nd down and 4. Here's Hurts to throw. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a 1st down on the play. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. takes us across the 15 to the 17. Donovan Wilson that time there on the tackle. Now 2nd and 5. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. And the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
And an Eagle first down.
Back to the running game with Swift. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now hold everything because we got an injury, and it's a notable one. Ezekiel Elliott in some discomfort following that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. 3rd down, Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Flacco now on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2nd down and 8. Throwing is Hurts. Forced out to his left. Welcome back, everybody, to AT&T Stadium here in Arlington, Texas. 2nd down and 8. Currently, the Eagles have possession as we resume the action in quarter number 2. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that right now, losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Throwing is Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Olamide Zaccheaus, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 8. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And his throw here is incomplete. The partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's 3rd year playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing here on 1st down. Flacco, flush to his right. And that's complete downfield to Cooks. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 33 yards that time.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Barring a flag, final play here for Flacco and company. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Luke Schoonmaker in the final seconds of the first. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll throw now on the final play. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up in the Still City, Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Mac Jones leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Desmond Ridder, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Detroit Lions. Justin Fields leading the way with a couple of touchdown passes in the victory. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
87 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Hurts to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Now back to throw. His throw incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Back to the running game with Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Looking to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. Touchdown! DeAndre Swift. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Elliott good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And they can't bring him down. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Lamb will go in motion. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he will have a Cowboys first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Brings up 2nd and 13 at the 35-yard line.
Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And out across midfield down to the 45.
27 yards.
On 1st down, Flacco. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. 89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
That's another Cowboys first
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Flacco. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cowboys! Jake Ferguson from 19 yards away. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. All right, so the Cowboys will go for 2 here. Flacco looking to throw for it. And he will get into the end zone. So how about that for putting it on the line? They've taken the lead by a point here in the 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw here. Flushed out right. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he... DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Hurts escaping the pressure right. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there and in the process picks up the 1st down. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 11-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He'll get this off to Swift. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Now hold everything here because this is about the last guy that they would want to see shaken up. Quarterback Jalen Hurts in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and blitz coming, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4. The kick by Elliott is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Flacco set to lead this offense. Down by 2. 2:08 on the clock. Their undefeated season, it's in danger unless they can score here as they've got a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Here comes 2nd down. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On 2nd down, Elliott once more. Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. If you've been waiting all day for this Sunday nighter's been worth the wait. It's 3rd down here. They go to Elliott again. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Where will the pressure come from? 4th and 6 now. They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Plenty of time, and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Well, these 2 teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the Cowboys winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here back home in Arlington. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now Flacco. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Flacco. And his throw is going to be incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw is made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. Setting to throw, Flacco. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Here's 2nd down. Flacco to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Elliott. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 18. Pressure mounting. Flacco. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition. Work in the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
Flacco. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, but they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29. This is 1st and 10.
They're on the 29-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. The throw out wide going to be incomplete. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
It's week 15 of the NFL. And coming up, we'll see Stephon Diggs, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Bills and the Cowboys, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Winter is just around the corner as you get a look at Highmark Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they've been flawless all year long as they hit the home stretch at 13-0.
And now they just have to guard against complacency. You still got to go out and earn it every week.
The byes are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And here come the Bills for their first possession, led out by their 27-year-old quarterback in year 6. It's Josh Allen.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
On play action, Allen. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. To throw, it's Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. You look at this Cowboy defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Allen to Diggs there for a Buffalo first.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here in the game's opening drive. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Now Allen. And complete, right side to Cook. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number 1, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They run for the first time with James Cook. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Naeem Hines, his first carry. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Throwing now is Allen. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. We have an injury on the play, and it looks like the running back, James Cook, is the one who's down. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. And they're going to get it. They bring him down. The 16. K'Lavon Chaisson, the former first-rounder, in there to get the sack. A very lengthy opening drive as this will be play number 12 coming on 3rd and goal. Allen going to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Remember, Charles, this is the number 1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're number 1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Now this throw caught left side. A big play here for Dallas. 43 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 17 carries, 113 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync. And that bodes well this late in the season.
George Pickens, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. You look at this Buffalo defense, and this unit, very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems, because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
And he is caught, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Now Flacco. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Here's Flacco, eluding the pressure, and they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. 3rd and goal. Flacco. This is caught. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. They'll run it with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. They'll look to throw, and that's caught at the 2. And he will get in to make it 8-0. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And up at the 25. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Allen now on 1st down. Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. He'll get this one complete to Davis. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. On play action, Allen out to his left. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And that is incomplete. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bills first down. Well, they take a chance there on 4th and 1, but it's a gain of 3 and a new set of downs. Now Allen. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. Touchdown, Bills! Gabriel Davis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have come back to make it a 2-point game. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. After the touchdown pass to kick it away. Kevontae Turpin now to return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He's up over 1,200 yards now on the season. Had a touchdown on that last drive as well. Things continuing to trend in the right direction for this offense, but specifically, Charles, this running game.
And it all comes back to one word, doesn't it? Cohesion. Because you have to have that center, guards, tackles, tight ends, some of the wide receivers being involved, maybe a lead runner at times, maybe a fullback. But all in all, those X's and O's on the grease board that look so nice, that turns into a jumble in real life. And these guys have to know what to do on the run, on the move. They've done it well for them all year long.
And a decent gain there as A takes us to the 2-minute warning. Looking for 2 yards here on 3rd down. Flacco. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Good work there to force the incompletion and 4th down. Normally, it'd be a quick change for the punt return unit, but this offense has converted twice on 4th down so far, so you may want to double-check things there and make sure they're actually going to kick the football.
And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they'll wind up getting the yards they needed on 4th and 3. Flacco looks to throw. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Throwing here on 1st down. Flacco. Right back to Tolbert. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Passing play, Flacco. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. This offense, Charles, well, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 with a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They need 18 yards here on third down. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
A final shot before half for Allen. And that one too wide and incomplete. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And it's the Rams who are out in front in that one. Matthew Stafford, 3 touchdown passes. From there, we slide over to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting 49ers who are out in front. The 49ers seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. DeAndre Swift with a rushing touchdown there. We saw the vet with plenty left, Ezekiel Elliott, putting together a strong first half. He found the end zone twice, once on the ground and once in the passing game, as he proved he's anything but a one-dimensional running back. Final adjustments being made for the second half. So with that, we get you back up to Orchard Park and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. George Pickens back out now with the rest of the offense. You look at the numbers for him, and 1,000 yards obviously well within his sights, barring injury. He will get there. The question, will he get there in this game?
Well, he would love to. Duh, right? Of course he would. But, you know, watching him play this year, we often talk about defenses, allocating extra resources to try and stop a guy of his ilk, right? But you know what else kicks in? His pride to say, okay, I don't care how many you throw in my direction, I'm still going to find a way to get open. I will use different moves. I will move against formation. I will come underneath routes and try and run through some people and kind of get natural picks in order to work his way open. He wants to get that 1,000, and he doesn't want any less passes to come to his direction.
First down carry by Allen. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. And now they're in the hurry-up.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Flacco. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Dallas.
Now it's Flacco. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
At the 24-yard line.
Here's Cook again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Allen now looks to throw. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Here's Allen. That's caught by Shakir. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Khalil Shakir, 59. And the Bills have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is down to 2. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. On the return, this is Turpin. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call it down at the 44.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. And they're going to speed things up here. On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The give is to Elliott. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A give to Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Bootleg, Flacco. Comeback route into the hands of Tolbert. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now Elliott. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Now Mike McCarthy going to decide to go for 2 here. Flacco looking to throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score of the final play of the 3rd quarter. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he'll be be tackled just shy of the 25. Out come the Bills as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. First down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's... First and 10.
At the 11-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Cowboy.
Here's Flacco. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly, and you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Flacco off play action. On the move to his left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Flacco and the offense staying put. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to try it. Here's Flacco rolling to his right. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jalen Tolbert, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
The previous play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Now Flacco will lead him up as they're going to go for 2. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfly. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy.
There he goes, left side. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs.
A 7-yard gain. Complete
To the air, Allen. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's Allen. He'll check this down to Hines. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3rd down and goal coming up here. Allen. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Well, no surprise to anyone who watches the NFL there. Remember, Josh Allen, 7 touchdowns on the ground last year, added 1 more in the playoffs. In fact, the active leader in touchdowns by a quarterback with 39 coming into 2023. The big horse rides again.
Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown pass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Bills are going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And Zeke will have a Cowboys 1st down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Again, it's Elliott. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down. Should be that. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Flacco. Into the hands of Hendershot. Now a 2nd and 6. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to 48. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play in the drive. Pressure mounting, Flacco. Pass complete, he's got Hendershot. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Running with Elliott. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Dolphins and the Cowboys. All that and more coming up next.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they interplay in this one. They come in off another victory a weekend ago. That ran their win streak up to 7 now.
And I think that win last week established them as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with confidence and swagger, and you need that to go a long way.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, it's been perfection so far. They come in here unbeaten at 14-0.
And just 2 wins away from doing something only 2 teams have ever done. But the most important thing for them now is to make it to the postseason in one piece.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Here's Achane to start the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Now Tua. He's got him in. Complete. Down to the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. His second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the... Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Cowboys set to go to work for the first time, and they will have Cooper Rush under center, a man who was undrafted out of Central Michigan.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation.
into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Now we'll pause for an injury here. That's George Pickens, the receiver who's in some discomfort. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Flacco now on fourth. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The numbers for Zeke from last week. Very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They go to Elliott again. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Operating off play action. Flacco. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Flacco. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Flacco to throw again on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
3rd down, Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. They'll try and throw for it. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here, going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Going for the deep ball. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here. Past the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They run here with Rico Dowdle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
And the Cowboy first down.
They run again with Dowdle. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Flacco. Finding Tolbert here over the middle. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 33. A running play, it's Dowdle. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They run here with Dowdle. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. 3rd down, Flacco from the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. A tight one, 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they come up now 2nd and goal. On the run, it's Dowdle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Rico Dowdle with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Now Mike McCarthy's saying let's go for 2. Flacco looking to throw for it, and they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference. On schedule at 14 points.
Miami set to take over. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Achane on 1st and 10.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From midfield, here's Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 35. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Tua now on 1st down. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Osa Odighizuwa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Tua going to throw. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Here's Tua. That is caught. He's got the first down and more.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Mostert will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown.
Sanders on for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Now it's Flacco.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. And Charles, you think about this offense, it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench, just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Flacco looks to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14.
They go pass again with Flacco. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Cowboys... to their timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Flacco. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Brandon Cooks as the first half is winding down.
And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
They'll look to throw. He's got it at the 2. And he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in everyone to this Christmas Eve edition of the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get to it. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where you see the final score there. Jamison Crowder, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we'll head to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home at Acrisure Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Kenny Pickett leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. The Jags still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins. Both teams likely making their final adjustments before the second half. So, time for us to go back downstate to Miami and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line.
Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. We've got a close game. The offense has played well, but right now they've got to keep their foot on the gas.
And that carries with it an extra bit of pressure, doesn't it? As much fun as they're having right now, they're locked in, really clicking on all cylinders. They also know that they ever miss a chance to put points on the board, they've actually put their team in jeopardy. How you want to play the game is supposed to be football, offense, defense, but today it's all offense for them.
Yeah, they've been playing with a sense of urgency. It's probably going to need to continue. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Flacco off play action.
He's got it complete. That's Schoonmaker.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
From the 21, here's a 2nd and 8.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Here's Flacco. And that will be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll try and run for it. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Play action. Now it's Tua.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple, and that's exactly why they trail.
Now Tua. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. And 8-yard pickup.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
At the 34-yard line. It's the pickup of 3.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They're going to look to throw on 4th with Flacco. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8. That's the end of the third.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And this offense on 3rd down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They're going to... 4th and 2, remember, they can still get the first down at the 1-yard line, though. They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Joe.
And the Cowboys are moving closer to a 15-0 record as they extend their lead here.
They'll try and throw for it. And he is into the end zone for 2 more as the lead moves up to 16. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
It's a gain of 18. That's good for a Miami Dolphin. 1st and 10.
Looking to pass. Tua. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Staying on his feet.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 4th and 1.
They'll try it now with Mostert.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 14. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mo Alley Cox, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion, and now we're back to a one-score game. And that almost makes it a brand-new ball game. Now it's a one-score affair after they get the two.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the two-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their two-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
The Cowboys about set to take over on offense.
After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, it's a give to Vaughn.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second.
Passing play, Flacco.
34-yard line.
They'll set up the screen to Vaughn. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Setting to throw. Flacco.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
He's going to get it again. Just protect the ball.
And now they're in a hurry up. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he will have a count. Down, and that should be that.
29-yard line. And 8-yard pickup.
Now they try the right side here. Down to about the 22 here. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Here's a give up the middle. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Well, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value.
These players are on the last year of their contract. Choose from 4 preset offers that range in level of risk.